former Chinese President Jiang Zemin, who has died at age of 96. 好，我们来看 BBC 的报道。
He took power in the aftermath of the Tiananmen Square crackdown and led the world's most populous nation towards its emergence as a powerhouse on the global stage.
Jiang Zemin will be remembered as China's leader when his country rejoined the global community, a time of opening up and high-speed growth. He was also known as a power broker, economic reformer, and something of an eccentric. He was at the helm for the Hong Kong handover, when China joined the World Trade Organization, and when it was awarded the 2008 Summer Olympics.
Too simple. Sometimes naive.
He famously gave Hong Kong journalists a public dressing down in English. Yet his final public appearance in 2019 showed that even Jiang Zemin had to slow down sometime.
Jiang Zemin, who has died at the age of 96.
He really oversaw a China that just doesn't really exist today. This was a China that was reaching out to the outside world. I mean, Jiang Zemin is still the only Chinese leader to date that's given an interview to an American news outlet. He actually engaged and really tried to reach out outside of China's borders for economic reasons, I should say, not really for political reasons per se. But that was a different China. That's when Hong Kong and Macau came back into China's fold. That's when China joined the World Trade Organization. China won the 2008 Olympics under Jiang Zemin's tenure. And so it was a very different time. It's a time when China was growing economically, even though it wasn't really a time of political reform. It was a time of major economic shifts. Now we're seeing a far different China, a China that is really suffering economically and is really focusing a little bit more in on itself. Stephen said he's viewed with a lot of affection, a lot of nostalgia. Of course, there are many people in China who suffered under Jiang Zemin, particularly those who are very religious people. You know, religious reforms did not progress under Jiang Zemin. People who are tied to the Falun Gong group, for example, really suffered in the years under Jiang Zemin. So even though, yes, we can show many videos where he's laughing, where he's making jokes, he also had another side to him. And so the Chinese state really was strict in some regards. So I'd say it was with a mixture of affection, but also some who suffered under him will remember that. Under Jiang, as I said, was a time when the economy was doing very, very well, when foreign companies were really piling into China and investing. We're seeing a far different China right now, where foreign companies are pulling out or questioning their futures in China, where the economy is really suffering. We've got 20% youth unemployment at the moment. And so I wonder whether some might really use Jiang Zemin's death as a way to point to the past, to say that China had a better past at one point.